Matthew here from MiniWarGaming.com, and this is another Learning Infinity Batrep.
We work so you can play. Learning Infinity Batrep.
Today, Adam from GreenleafTerrain.com has come in to challenge me to, well, I actually asked him to come in, so you didn't technically challenge me to a game. I guess I technically challenged you to a game. Because I got my new combined army! Yay! That's why we haven't been doing a lot of these, or any of these, for the past few weeks, is because I've been waiting for a couple new armies to come in, because I was getting kind of tired of playing the same armies, like 2 or 3 armies that I have over and over and over again. So we need to have more variety for you guys, and for me too, so that I stay interested.
Yeah, for sure.
Variety is important. In any game, variety is incredibly important. So, and I think everybody's experienced that, where they've played the same army or against the same armies over and over again. And it's like, okay.
And Infinity's great for that, because when you want to change out something, you can, it doesn't cost you hundreds and hundreds of dollars to get a whole new army.
That's right. Just a few new miniatures and away you go.
Depending on how you do it, you can make like a really elite team and have 4 or 5 miniatures. You might not be very good at the game, but
yeah, no, it's fun. It definitely does provide that variety to the game. Yeah. So. This battle report is actually brought to you by CuraCreativeDesign.ca. I'm going to put a link in the video description. He's the one that actually painted the combined army that you're going to see featured in this video. He did a great job. The price was great. The time was awesome, like the turnaround time and everything. So I strongly recommend that you check him out, CuraCreativeDesign.ca, in the description below. So we've already talked about the army in more details, both of them actually, in the pregame show. So if you want to get all the details of them, then click on the link. There will be another link in the video description to the pregame show as well. Other than that, let's take a look at the scenario and the armies. On this side, we have my new combined army. Well, most of it, because some of it's hidden behind 3 camo markers. 2 of them are TO camo and a regular camo, and Impersonation Plus right here. So that's what that one is. And then we have the rest of it. I already talked about this in the pregame show, but we got our engineer doctor, we got the cheap order guy, we got a couple drones, one of them that's a total reaction heavy machine gun, and we've got the baggage guy. So that is my combined army. And on this side we have part of Adam's Ariadna force, because 4 of them are underneath camo markers. We have a big old tractor mule which fires a triple blast missile launcher that can be guided, which is crazy. We've got an engineer, and we've got a smoke launcher guy, and we've got another named character guy who normally can combat jump, but he's just going to bring him in as he is. And he's got like an AP rifle and some other stuff as well. Full details of all these guys in the pregame show, the link below. So we are going to be playing Lifeblood, and the way Lifeblood works is normally you're supposed to deploy first, and then you put 6 crates on. They start from the middle and they scatter out, going back and forth between which way you point the template. And I forgot that you're supposed to deploy first, so we already put them on. But I like where they are, so we're just going to leave them there and deploy afterwards. And I don't think it matters too much. Like, it would matter. If you're playing a tournament, do it right. But we're playing for fun, so we don't care. We even kind of put this one here rather than having to go where it was supposed to, because it was going to end up right there, and I just didn't like the way it was deployed. So there they are. They're all right there. Basically, a specialist can look inside them with a regular willpower check. And you'd want to look inside more than your opponent to get the points, and you can destroy them with DA weapons, explosive weapons, K1 weapons, and viral weapons. But you can only destroy ones that you've looked inside. So you're basically checking out stuff and then destroying them afterwards. If you destroy more than your opponent, you get more points as well. So the object is to check more and destroy more than your opponent. And of course we have 2 secret objectives as well, worth a point each. And so we're going to roll off to see who goes first and who deploys first. So willpower roll off, he's yellow and blue. 9, that's a good roll. Oh, not as good as 12. And my willpower is better than 12, so I win. So I get to choose, I'm going to choose who goes first. So you get to choose deployment sides and who deploys first. So he has chosen to deploy on this side, and for me to deploy first, so I have to deploy here. We are all deployed. Unfortunately, my AD combat jumping order thing, I was going to place it right here, and it scattered perfectly out to the open. So that'll be a pretty easy kill, but at least it'll give me an order for the first turn, and it'll eat up an order from one of his turns to kill it, but still. It's not hard to kill when it's out in the open like that, having like no armor. I think it has BTS 0 too, if that. Maybe it's -3, but who knows. And then we got everybody else deployed. We got a camo marker, camo marker, camo marker. got our drones, and we got our engineer slash doctor with his slaves, and then we got our little baggage dude right there. And then I held my impersonation marker in reserve and ended up placing it right over here because I'm worried about his mule thingy. And then he's got his guys deployed along here. And then where's our camo markers? We got 1,
There.
2,
There.
3, 4. Not in base contact with anything because you're not allowed to do that, of course. And that's it. So I get to choose who goes first, so I will obviously take first turn. So we're going to go into Combined Army, turn 1. First order. This guy's going to move up right here. No line of fire on him. And no zone of control that would matter because you can only discover him at this point. So no AROs. So for the second, it's going to reveal and fire a combi rifle at this mule thing. So he's going to turn and face right here, just at a line of fire, and fire a combi rifle. So I'm Ballistic skill 12, nice and close, so it's going to be up to 15. And just for the record, I do feel a little dirty doing this, just so you know. Because it's like, oh, I got this really cool guy. Oh, look, Impersonation Plus killed him. But I'm just playing my new army, and he's going after the biggest threat, so it'd be kind of dumb if I didn't do what was smart, right?
I think that's the biggest threat.
Yeah, I think it is. Well, the good thing I can fire 3 templates.
It's only 18 points.
Points doesn't matter. It's what it can do that matters. So 3 shots, ballistic skill 15. 1 and a 4. It's 2 hits. 2 armor rolls, beating 11, and no, and yes. So it is disabled. So it has been disabled. And then I'll use a complete order. She is out of line of fire. So she'll go back to being impersonating. So nobody knows what happened. Shh, 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 shh. Gonna have this camo marker move to here. So it will be out of line of fire of that camo marker. It is then going to move 4 inches out into the open. Is there an ARO from this camo marker? Now because this one's camoed, you can actually choose to wait to reveal or to do an ARO. Because right now his only ARO is to discover. So what do you want to do? Do you want to wait or do you want to discover?
Wait.
Good idea. If you discover, you reveal yourself, and then I get to do whatever I want. For second short skill, it is going to do... Oh wait, intuitive attack is a long skill. So he is going to do nothing. Actually, no, he'll move 2 inches. Right to there. And you don't get to do anything because he did not reveal himself. So now it'll reveal itself. This is an anathematic, awesome, big old thing. So I'm going to show it right here. And the reason I'm revealing it right now is because it's going to do a long skill, which is going to do intuitive attack against that model right there. Fine, the case. It's facing like this, all right? So that is... I don't know how I'm actually getting to, but it's
all good.
It's facing like that. And so if you survive this, you get to ARO. So you don't have to actually decide right now, because actually no, you do have to decide right now because it will reveal you. So what do you want to do as an ARO? I'm going to be doing an intuitive attack. So if I make my willpower roll, I will get to attack you with my nanopulsar.
I'm firing on you.
Okay, so you're going to reveal and fire back.
Both AP.
So just to explain, I had to kind of check this. He revealed himself, so I thought, do I still have to make the intuitive roll, which is a willpower roll? And the answer is yes. So if I fail my willpower roll, he just gets to shoot me and I don't get to do anything. But my willpower is 16, which is ridiculous. Can I make it? See? If it wasn't a ridiculous willpower, I would have failed that. So I get to place my nanopulsar down, and since this is a combat... actually, no, they're both just normal rolls. So he gets to fire even if... Actually, no. Yeah, he gets to fire even if I kill him, because these are both normal rolls, because it's different as an intuitive attack. I'm going to double check that. So I'm just double checking everything, and I'm pretty sure that it's still a combat camo attack, so if I manage to kill him, he doesn't get to do anything. But he's changed his mind anyways. He wants to drop a mine, but he still only gets to do that if he survives, because he realizes he's going to be at like -9, -3 for cover, and -6 for the TO camo, so shooting will be very hard. So first off, nanopulsar. So auto hit with a nanopulsar, and so we have 1 BTS roll to make. So it's damage 13, he has 0 BTS, so he has to beat a 13 to not go unconscious. So beat a 13. Okay, nope. So this model is now unconscious. So he went bleh, unconscious, and he does not get to react, this combat camo. The only thing that I'm wondering is if he does get to react because it wasn't a regular BS, like it is a BS roll, a ballistic skill roll, but it was part of an intuitive attack long skill. It doesn't say anything about that, so I'm just going to assume this is right. But if anybody knows otherwise, just post in the comments below. So now we have Kodali. This is an 80 combat jump vampire. So she can actually go and attack people in close combat and take their wounds, and unconscious people are not excluded from this. So I'm going to do a combat jump because she's slow. It's just a 4-2 movement, so if I ever start like on the side, it'll take like 3 orders for her to get anywhere. Has a nice physical attribute of 13, so if this works, then she shouldn't die. Physical 13! Oh, 16! Which way is 6? That's this way. And we've failed it by 3, and so that's going to be moving 6, 7.5 inches. It's going to drop her right here. Is that in your line of fire of that camel marker?
I don't think so.
No. Almost. Not quite. Kodali is going to move 4 inches. That goes into the line of fire of that camel marker. Are you going to declare an ARO?
I do nothing.
You do nothing? That was a very quick answer. And then she's going to move again. And that'll bring her out of line of fire of that camel marker.
I know what camo number 5 is.
Camo, I hope you know what it is. It's your camo marker. And because she only moves 4-2, 4 inches more won't get her there. So she's just going to move into base contact with this one. And then she's going to activate again and suck the blood out of this guy that's on the ground as unconscious. So it dies. And she gains a wound. So she's actually up to 2. She can go up to 3 wounds in total doing this. You activate the engineer/doctor, and he's going to move to here. He's got a combi rifle, so I guess he could do something. And his little bot dude is going to move up to here with him. This one will not activate. And for my last order, this guy is going to move to this cover. Well, it's cover as long as get hit from the right direction.
It's that big bug.
So that is the end of Combined Army Turn 1. Haven't really gone for the objectives yet. Maybe I should have. But I'm just trying out all the new models. There's so many cool things. I got to vampirically suck the blood out of the one and get an extra wound. I got to use the big guy, who apparently, according to what Adam's telling me, is a lot of people know that he's really powerful. I don't know anything about this army, so I'm just like, hey, what can he do? And I got to do the impersonation plus coming out and disabling the remote there and then going back into impersonation, so it could be like, I don't know who did that. And I got to move up the doctor engineer and this other camo marker. So that's it. That's my whole turn. So we're going to go into Ariadna turn 1. Got the Mirage 5 team with the big old wolf man coming on in. He's impetuous. She's not, but they have to combat jump in on the first turn, basically, because they're impetuous. And then to be the first person to do it. So they are not going to do the combat jump, they're going to reduce it and just come on the side. Then we got another 80 combat jump. It's a Yan Yan who's going to walk on. Yan Yan's walking on. Anyway, sorry. Nothing has line of fire. This is in the zone of control, but it does, the only thing it could do is change facing, and it already has 360-degree facing, so it won't do anything. This camo marker is irregular, which means it has an order. It just does not contribute to the order pool. It's moving 6 as a first. I guess I can change facing, but she's already facing. I'll just declare that she's facing perfectly like this. So that's her changing facing, because I don't have lines on that one.
Okay. And then we have super jump and whatnot, and we're gonna go 60 here.
Sweet. So it reveals itself. Oh, I forgot about these guys. Is there 3 of them or 2 of them?
3 of them.
Oh, she's dead. Okay, so I'm just checking everything that was happening here. I was seeing if he could ARO by putting a nanopulsar just to place a template so it only touches these 2. But when you hit something in close combat with a template weapon, it hits everybody. And since I have an ally in close combat, that would cancel the hit. Because you're not allowed to hit your own guys with template weapons. Because it just actually cancels the hit. And so there's no way, because the other weapon he has is a plasma rifle, which is also a template weapon. He does have a pistol, so I guess I could take a shot, but it'd be at -6, and I could possibly hit her. So I don't think that's really worth it. But maybe. We'll check. I'm not going to ARO with him. I guess I could dodge and try to get into close combat. I'm just going to do nothing, okay? A pistol shot, not likely to do anything. Dodging, I don't want to get in close combat. As soon as she dies and they try to move towards me, I'll nanopulsar all 3 of them and see if I can kill the whole group. So she's dead, unless she survives, obviously. Order, and all 3 of these guys activate with the same order, is that correct?
Yeah.
And all 3 of them are going to attack her. she's going to respond by attacking back with her assault pistol. So now he's attacking with all 3, as I said, but when you're engaged with more than one friendly or allied guy, you get +3 for every extra one. So each guy is going to get +6, because these are all engaged. I know, who cares with a little micro-millimeter thingy there. So they're going to each get +6, so that brings them up to a CC of 24. What happens when you get an attribute greater than 20? Well, it makes you crit more often. And basically, whatever is over, you subtract that from 20, and that's the new crit. So since he's 4 over, he will crit on 16s and up. In other words, she's dead. But she is going to assault pistol to, let's say, this one with her BS of 14. So we'll be face-to-face against that one, and these guys have their normal. So we'll do the one face-to-face. So you're 24 against my 14, and you crit! And I fail. So she takes a wound, so and it's an AP close combat weapon, so she's back down to her 1 wound. And now you have your 2 normal rolls, and oh, they're just 2 hits, no crits. So they are PH 14, armor piercing. My armor is 2, so it's reduced to 1. So I had to beat 13 twice to stay alive. I do, and I don't. So she goes unconscious. So she is now unconscious. This camo token is going to reveal.
Walk into close combat.
Walk into base contact, and then do a willpower roll.
Willpower roll.
So what kind of specialist is this?
A forward observer.
So willpower 13 roll to look inside. Oh, failed. Okay, so these guys are now going to activate again, and they're going to super jump at him.
You're all gonna go. This guy's gonna go here. This guy's gonna go back here. And this guy's gonna go right.
So he's going to ARO with his nanopulsar and hit them all while they were all right here. Because I can choose to interrupt their fight, their movement at any point. So it gets really weird. But I can hit all 3 of them with the nanopulsar, basically. And then I'm assuming your second short skill is to
close combat.
Is to close combat him. So yeah. So that'll be a normal roll, an nanopulsar, and then 3 normal rolls to kill him. Now he has no wound incapacitation, so they can't kill him. They can only bring him down to what's normally the unconscious state. But then, you know, being surrounded by 3 of them is going to be a big deal. So we're going to do the damage rolls against these guys first. It's a BTS roll against damage 13. So let's do them one at a time so we know which one. So the one in front has a beat of 13. Oh, he does! The second one? Okay, he doesn't, so it's unconscious. And the third one, oh, 2 of them make it. Now, are these guys no wound incapacitation or anything, or dogged, or? So he's unconscious. He still gets to attack. So that's a big deal. I was hoping to take down 2 of them. Well, if I took down all 3 of them, that'd be great. So all 3 of them get to attack. So they are all at close combat 24 again. So 3 hits, no crits though. So their physical is 14, AP, close combat weapons. He has 5 armor, so it's reduced to 3. So their 14 is reduced to 11, so I gotta beat 11. Oh, I failed all 3 of them! I needed to make 1 or 2 of those. So he's down technically to the unconscious state. He's down to 0 wounds, but he has no wound incapacitation, which means he still gets to act as normal. But if he gets wounded 1 more time, then he passes to dead. So because these are antipods, and they have this pack mentality, when they lose a member of their pack, there's a chance that they kind of go crazy. Actually, they do go crazy. But it's a 50-50 chance that they will have to use any orders given to them to run off the nearest table edge. And the other side is that they just attack the nearest player. So either way, he's going to lose control over them to some degree. So that's a 10 or less. So that means they're going to use their impetuous order and any other orders they're given to just move and dodge. That's all they can do. Now in ARO, I believe they can still attack. So this guy will have to be allocated in order, in which case they will be able to attack. But Adam can no longer give them orders to attack. I'm a little confused by this one, because it's not clear when it says they use impetuous and normal orders, if that means when they ARO, they have to dodge out of close combat and try to get away. So I'm going to post quickly on the forums and see what people respond before we get to my turn.
Sweet.
So I double-checked everything, and we did all of that wrong. Basically, when a guy dies, all that happens is the other 2 suffer a -3 willpower. If another one dies, and the last one will have a -6 willpower. That's it. If the controller dies, which is this guy, then we have to do everything that we just did. So those last few clips, I'm going to leave them in because I still think it's instructive that we kind of went through all that. But so these guys are fine, and they're just going to kill my anathematic guy, which is really sad. But oh well, what are you going to do? So disregard all that just happened.
Just going to walk up to this wall.
Just like that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ARO with the total reaction guy. Fire
20
heavy machine gun.
20.
You're looking at, yeah, 19.
19.
And what are you firing? What weapon?
Or just a rifle.
So I get 4 shots at ballistic skill 11, and he gets 3 at ballistic skill 6.
I got a crit!
You got 2 crits!
Ow!
2 crits!
Ow!
What? So I got to roll an 11. No! No! What is going on? You didn't even know what total reaction was. You're like, what? You get 4 shots? And I'm like, yeah. You crit twice. Blah! He's gone. He's going to spend another order and fire at this one who does not. Well, actually, I'll have an arrow of dodge. It'll be at -6. So it'll move 3 inches. So I'll have it move like over to here. So you got 3 shots at 12. Ooh, an 11. And I got a pH of 2. So if I roll a 2, I beat that. Nope. So he's disabled. And this one's disabled. And he's throwing away his last order. Interesting. So that's the end of turn 1. Some major casualties on both sides. Actually, probably more on my side. Losing her, he's locked in and he's dead. There's no way he's going to win that next combat. Like, he can maybe take out 1, but I doubt it. With their close combat, in this case, it'll be down to 21, but still. And the total reaction guy going down to 2 crits, and the other one getting disabled, so I'm losing all these orders as well. It's just not looking good. So we're going to go into combined turn 2. So this is going to automatically reveal it's a seed embryo. It gets replaced by this Spec Ops Corax thing. Now the Spec Ops are normally used in campaigns or in like when you do multiple scenarios. But when I was sent this army from Corvus Belli, they gave me an army list and included this one as a hacker, Spitfire, mimetism. So I'll just leave it in there. It's only 14 points, so it's probably it throws off the balance of the game a little bit. But Adam knew that beforehand, and he was okay with it. So first order, the engineer/doctor is just going to move to here, and this little bot will move to here. Actually, I'm not going to move this one because that'll just provoke an ARO. So I'm going to move this one 6 inches up to here. Is there an ARO on it? Shouldn't be.
No.
Nobody can see it there. And the second short skill is he's going to try to engineer this one. Willpower 14. 5. Yay! He's no longer disabled. Hoorah. Second order. This guy's going to move right to here. You can... Oh no, you can't even see it. So, you're in the zone of control. You want to ARO by changing facing?
No.
No, you're just going to wait. And then it's going to reveal itself and fire an assault pistol using combat camouflage. And your ARO, if you survive somehow, is...
I'll shoot my grenade launcher at you.
Don't think you'll want to do that. Because if you hit me,
Okay,
you hit yourself, and that'll cancel it.
Shoot a rifle.
Shoot a rifle, alright. Not that you're going to survive this anyways. So 4 shots of the assault pistol at BS 12, because it's +3 for the range and -3 for the cover. Crit! Wow, and the other 3 missed. So I'm glad that I critted and not just got a regular damage. And unconscious. Okay, next order, the engineer is going to activate again with his little guy. It's going to get slowed down and just move to here. And this one's going to shuffle around to the other side. And then for the second order, it's going to use this guy to look in the box. So Adam just pointed out, and we remembered after that, after checking it, that you can't use a bot to perform the task. So I'm actually going to have had it moved over to here. Actually, if it can't perform the task, then who cares where it goes? Oh, I guess it can doctor.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
So it's going to move over to here, and then I'll do a second move to right here, and it'll do a second move. It won't matter if it's not close enough. These guys are in close combat, so no arrows for you. And for the next order, it's going to move to here, and have this one move into base contact, and then it's going to look inside the box. Willpower 14. 8. He looks in. For the next order, they're just going to... Well, he could move over and look at another box, but he's actually going to stay there and attack the box with his D charges. So it gets hit 3 times with AP and explosive weapons. Okay, so the way it works is he places the D charge. In this case, because it's immobilized, there's no roll required. If it's against somebody else, like a tag or something, you have to make a close combat attack. And he does not get to detonate it, though, until he sends another order to do so. So this thing is primed, but he can detonate it as an ARO. So as soon as somebody moves into his ARO, he can detonate. Can activate him again, and he's going to move. And then he is going to look inside that one. So to look in, willpower 14, he makes it. And then last skill, he's going to prime that one with the D charge. And then the skill, or the order that I reserved for this guy, he is going to fight in close combat against this one. So he does have a monofilament close combat weapon. My close combat is 16. His will be 21 because he has one other ally. So why don't we do a face-to-face roll? You're 21, my 16. 14. Oh, you beat me. And do your other normal attack. 12. So 2 damage or 2 armor rolls. And I have to beat an 11 twice not to die. Hey, I didn't die. Woohoo! Only problem is they're impetuous and irregular, so they're going to have to use 2 orders to attack me anyways. So really I needed to kill a guy. And that is the end of the combined army, turn 2. And so we're going to go into the Ariadna turn 2. Now I did manage to get a couple objectives, so maybe that'll do something. So these guys are impetuous, so they have to go first, so they are going to close combat him, and he's going to respond by swinging his monofilament close combat weapon at that one again. So we'll do the face-to-face roll first. You're at 21, I'm at 16. Whoa! Come on! Yay! I hit you with monofilament close combat weapon. So I'm damage 13 against armor 1, so you have to beat a 12. Oh! 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 So he did that slightly wrong. The damage of the monofilament close combat weapon is 12, not his pH of 13, and it just reduces the armor to 0. But you rolled much higher than 12 anyways, so you beat a 13, so that would also beat a 12. So now we have a normal roll from the other one. So that's to basically, you're going to make it no matter what. The question is if you got a crit. So no crit, so I got to beat an 11 to stay alive. Ah! Oh, he is dead. And he goes straight to dead because he was no wound incapacitated. And Duroc has an impetuous order as well.
Gonna move to here.
Gonna move. I don't have any arrows because
And he's gonna...
even if you could see him, he just has an electric pulse.
Shoot that thing.
All right, you shoot it. He realizes he just has a chain rifle, so he doesn't really have range. So he's just gonna move again.
I am.
And now he's in the line of fire of this guy, and he's got light flamethrowers, so he's gonna go whoomp. Also, he'll be good against these guys running in too. So it's an automatic hit against him. It's 13 damage and fire. And then Adam, remember that he has total immunity, which makes him immune to everything except like plasma and EM and that kind of stuff. But he is immune to flame, so he does not take any damage from that. So I guess I should fire. I think he has a pistol. I might try instead. Okay, so he's going to fire Flash Pulse. And so this is a willpower roll on my end, and it'll just be a normal roll because he's not firing at me. Willpower 13. If I make it, he has to make a BTS roll against damage 13. If he fails it, he's blinded and can't do anything except move. Willpower 13 fails. He's going to activate again with his irregular order and move. I will react by firing the Flash Pulse at him again. And then he's going to chain rifle my guy. That's not nice. So I'm going to do my willpower roll to Flash Pulse him. Willpower 13. I made it.
Pretty sure.
So he has to make a BTS roll and damage 13, so I said beat a 13. Oh! Oh! And then he hits me with 2 chain rifles. So 2 chain rifle hits, damage 13, and I have armor 1, so I have to beat 12 twice. So now I roll low. So he's dead.
He's gonna try to...
Forward Observer is going to try to look in the crate. 13. Fails! He's going to use another order to try again. My goodness. Your Forward Observer doesn't know how to open a box. You can make all your armor rolls. You can kill all my guys, but you can't open a stupid box. He's gonna try again because it's the objectives. Different die. Makes it, yay! Looks in the box. Good job. You looked in the box. So he's actually gonna use the second part of his short skill. He should have declared it beforehand, but that's okay. So he's gonna move out, so I'm gonna get an arrow. So I'm gonna use my arrow to detonate the D charge on this one. So it's 3 armor checks it has to make, beat 14. No, no, no. Or no, no, yes. So this crate is removed, and I've officially destroyed 1 crate. This guy is going to activate again.
He's going to forward observe and then move.
So go ahead and do your move. Oh, my arrow will be to detonate this one.
Okay.
So the forward observer roll will be willpower 13 plus 3. So he does successfully forward observe this guy. And now I'm going to try to blow up that crate. So the crate has to pass 3 armor 14 rolls. And it passes 2 of them, so it's gone. So this crate is destroyed. Forward Observer is going to move to the other one.
And he's going to...
And I do get an... Oh, wait, no, I couldn't see him there.
Willpower.
And he's going to try to open up that crate. Willpower roll, 14. Yay! He opens 2 crates.
But it's all good.
Oh, 13, okay. He made it. These guys are going to spend their irregular order. They're going to move,
6.
and then I will ARO.
So it's going to go 6.
So this one's going to ARO by dodging, just up to here. And she's going to ARO by firing a Spitfire at the one in the front. But you get to move again.
We got 17.
Yeah, so you get to move again. I'm assuming you're going after the engineer/doctor. And he can ARO as well. So as they came in, he's going to fire the combi rifle at the other one. So he's actually going to respond by placing a D-charge on that guy. So her ballistic skill will be 11 for shooting at this one with a Spitfire. Fail. And his close combat is 13 for placing the D-charge. Aww! I couldn't even do that! Oh, you take away all my fun. Stupid dogs. And now they're activating again and attacking. And I will respond by crying. So I will react by firing a pistol at this one. Take it. So he's at close combat at 21. That's a crit. And I'm at, doesn't matter. I could roll a crit, doesn't matter. Bah! Yay, that was a hit. So you critted me, which means I'm unconscious, but you still get to roll the other one, who does not crit. So damage 14 versus armor 1, so beat a 13. Hey, he did, just unconscious. So it is unconscious. Move. And he uses his last order to move this guy, who I am guessing is his lieutenant. So that is the end of turn 2 altogether. I'm probably in full retreat. I haven't calculated it yet, because he did kill my lieutenant. The anathematic guy is actually 87 points by himself, and he killed the engineer, and the baggage dude,
Total reaction bot.
the total reaction bot, and she's already dead, so I'm probably in full retreat. Which is actually bad news for Adam, because although we've looked at the same number of boxes, I've destroyed 2. So I'm going to have the points advantage on that. And he's already told me he's got his secret objective, telemetry, but I've already got my secret objective, which was to engineer something. So actually no, mine was to decharge something in your deployment. So I did not get mine. So you have that point on me. So we'll see what happens with that. So if I'm in full retreat, or sorry, yeah, if I'm in retreat, then that means that after my turn is done, then we're done. And that'll forfeit his last turn, and probably allow me to actually win the game, ironically.
But if you don't have a lieutenant, you don't have a turn.
I do have a turn. I just have 2 orders. Everybody's impetuous. So they could all do their impetuous thing, and then I could have my 2 orders.
You gotta run away though.
Oh, I know.
If you're in full retreat.
I know. Well, trust me, there's nothing I can do.
It's a pretty bad turn, alright?
Yeah, it's probably not much I could do. But like when he retreats, for example, he could still... Oh wait, no, that's unconscious.
Yeah.
That impersonation thing will reveal itself and start retreating. But we'll see. So the impersonator, I believe, gets revealed with impetuous. So she's going to do her impetuous. I'll actually just move with that one. And this guy will do a move. And I'll just not do anything else for a second short skill. This one is going to move, which puts her into the line of fire of this guy. So what does he want to do? He can't fire at her, he's only got a chain rifle.
But throw a grenade.
You're gonna try to throw a grenade. You could dodge and move 3 inches.
Throw a grenade.
You can throw a grenade. Okay. And then she's gonna fire her Spitfire at him. And grenades can only go 12 inches, so he can't fire at her, so she's just gonna fire the Spitfire at him. So she gets 4 shots at the Spitfire at ballistic skill 14. Miss, miss, double hit. Damage 14 against armor 3, so beat 11s. He beat 1 and not the other. It has 2 wounds though, right? Yeah. So he is down to 1 wound. No guts roll required, though. I'm assuming he's courage or something, right?
He's martial arts level 2, so...
So yeah, that gives him courage.
Yeah.
And this bot has to move to here, which puts it into the ARO. What does he want to do?
It's within a foot.
Well, you're not supposed to measure before.
It's gonna throw a grenade.
Yeah, sure, what the heck. Throw a grenade! And then for its second one, it's going to... sure, I'll dodge. What the heck? My dodge is at PH2. Nope. So he has to get 13 or less. And he misses, so it deviates, doesn't it?
Yeah.
1 inch, or it's going to deviate 2.5 inches in the forward direction. So it's going to deviate 2.5 inches to here.
Miss.
Okay, let's do a more precise measurement, because this could actually... So 2.5 brings it to here. So it hits both of them. So it's damage 13, she has armor 1, so beat a 12. She does, it has no armor, so beat a 13. It doesn't, so it's disabled. Congratulations, Mr. Werewolf. You disabled the bot again. Poor guy, gets disabled twice. And I'm going to use my other 2 regular orders to make a new lieutenant. And I'm going to tell you who it is. It's this guy with the missile launcher, because he deserves to be lieutenant, because he owns a missile launcher. And that's the end of the game, so let's quickly tally up the points. So for the final score, If you look in the same number or more boxes than your opponent, you get 4 points. I know it sounds weird because you're thinking, well, if it's the same number, but then why care about the points, because you both get it. And I think the reason for that is because at like tournaments or campaigns, those points actually give you like experience. Is that right?
Yeah,
yes.
something like that, or it could matter. So.
Yeah, there's something that it could matter for. Obviously, in a one-on-one match, if you both get the same number of points, it's like you didn't get any points.
Yeah.
So it's 4 points. If you destroy more boxes than your opponent, you get 4 points. So that brings me up to 8, so it's 8 to 4. And then there's classified objectives. My classified objective was to place a D-charge on a building, explode a building on his side, and that did not happen. And yours was to forward observe something, telemetry. So that gives you another point. So that makes the final score 8 to 5 for the combined army. So even though they retreated and lost pretty much everybody, they did win by scenario. So thank you very much for watching this. We're going to play another game. Combined versus what? Did you bring another army? You're going to do Ariadna again. So it'll be another combined army versus Ariadna. Now that I actually know what's going to be coming at me, maybe I'll be able to prepare better for it. Who knows? Or maybe not. Maybe I'll just die just as bad. But hey, still got an objective win. Yay! So we're going to do that again. Of course, that one will be in the vault. So if you're a vault member, go ahead and click on the link below to go watch it now. If you're not a vault member, you can still click the link, sign up for a 7-day trial, and watch it right away. And then you get to be a vault member and get access to all of our other awesome stuff. And you get to support MiniWarGaming so that we can continue making videos like this. Thank you very much for watching, and happy wargaming. So he's unconscious, but then this one gets to make a normal roll against her. Plus a skill of 8. Fails. Now the Nocturnal, or whatever he was called, he's going to move up to here, which means he can be seen by this one, missile launcher dude, camel marker, and I think that's it, because the guy behind him is blocked. Yeah. So those 3. So what are your AROs?